Well, what's going on out there, YouTube? I just pulled the intake off here. This is the TBI to carb swap using a cast iron intake manifold, part 2. Just got the intake manifold off. And I did some looking, because if you remember, my last video was kind of concerned about the runners in this thing, whether they're going to line up or not. So whole purpose of using the RTV and torquing this thing down is to see where this gasket's going to line up. So that's what I did. So if you look, it lines up all the runners. Looks like I'm gonna have to put the other gasket on, and I'll line up the bolt holes, and yeah. So if we look at the other gasket that's on the car, actually, here's the other gasket. So we'll just use this as reference to see, make sure that's gonna line up. You know, everyone says that they line up, the runners line up and everything, and what do you know? We're gonna have a perfect fit here, so there's no porting that's gonna be required on this intake. The only concern that we're gonna have is, like I was telling you earlier, is the 4 center bolt holes. So you notice I took that intake heater off of this thing. This has an electronic choke, so I'm just gonna go ahead and just cap that part off, and not worry about running anything off of that. So we're gonna have to elongate those bolt holes to make this thing work, to bolt down, and then we're gonna be pretty we're gonna use plenty of our TV to seal it, make sure this thing seals up properly. So there it is. I pulled it off, and I'll get this thing cleaned up, and we'll get her milled out a little bit more. Some of this stuff out of here, so you guys can kind of see here the difference in both of these intakes. You notice this intake looks like the runners are a lot bigger in this thing than this TBI intake. You know, so runner size is quite a bit bigger. And especially in the center, and it doesn't look like on the ends too very much. But I mean, to me, from the looks of it, just by looking at those intakes, it looks like the cast iron intake's going to flow a lot better than the other intake there. Just by looking at the runners. So let me turn this thing around so you guys can kind of see a better comparison here of what we got. Okay, there we go. I'll take this rag and stuff it under that way. So right here it'll be as if you're looking at them. Looking at them as if you're looking at the front of the car here. I mean, even just by looking here, you can see the size of the runners are just... That one runner's right there is a little bit bigger. And runs pretty good. So... But there it is. So... Everything else will fit. It's just the 4 center holes that really are a concern here. You know, so we know that all this is going to line up The challenge here, I mean, it's a challenge. It's you know, to see if this will work. Um, and I believe it will. I've seen this done a couple times before, and I just kind of wanted to see for myself uh, what we can make of this, and to see if we can make it work correctly. But if and I thought if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it with a decent intake and carburetor, and make it happen. If it works well, then we might look shop around and find a better intake somewhere, or I might just keep the same one if it works out real well. So, thanks for watching part two, and coming soon in the next few days or next week or so, I will be installing this intake back on this car, and that will be part three. So, thanks for watching, and please remember, hit subscribe. Thank you for watching.